Hey, how's it going? Hans Schaff here with GoTinyBeFree and the cottages at Pine Lake. The other week I was down in Wilmington, North Carolina, talking to the owner of Tiny House Listings and the homes he has in inventory there. He's got a couple different models ranging from $30,000 to about $65,000 or so, hovering around from the 16-foot long to about 28-foot long. So I wanted to share with you some of these videos here, some of these video tours, and our conversation that we had there on site of his factory, his facility, and what he's all about, and how he got started in the tiny house space.
I launched Tiny House Listings back in 2009, and we built the world's largest tiny house audience. And we helped a lot of other tiny house building companies help launch their business. So if you need to go and buy or sell a tiny house, we're the place that most tiny houses get sold through. Over 20,000 tiny homes have been sold through our platform. The tiny homes kind of speak for themselves. And in 2022, we opened this facility and we started doing full scale. We built over 100 homes in here in 2 years. And all of our homes are certified. All of our homes are financeable.
I want to really point out too the fact that they are financeable, because not many people can have that type of accolades really when it comes to tiny homes. So the fact that you only have to put a little bit down and you can actually afford one of these much more easily is a big deal, because these are third-party certified. So they're checking the plumbing, they're checking the electricity. These are not DIY builds, as you can see. I think that kind of gives you some peace of mind as well, knowing that you're buying a quality product. All right.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, Hans Schaff here with GoTinyBeFree, and today I'm here with Stephen Harrell of Tiny House Listings, and we're here at his facility here on site, and we're in this particular tiny house is called the...
This is the Model Tiny. It's a 24-foot model.
Model Tiny.
Yep.
And it's been staged, and you can see how nice this home really is. And the good news is, which we're going to get into here in a minute, is that this home and 11 others are available for sale right now, where they could be moved to the property within a week. So anyway, I want to kind of introduce you to Stephen and his company, and kind of give you a little background as to who he is, what our tiny homes are about, and a little bit about what makes his tiny homes unique. All right. So Stephen, share with the viewers here, just kind of introduce a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and kind of what made you start this whole tiny house company, about 15 years ago now?
Yeah, 15 years ago, yeah. So I was living in Denver, Colorado at the time, back in 2008 during the crash.
Yeah.
And I had a loft there. It's kind of a funny story. And I was just ready to move. I was ready to come back home here to Eastern North Carolina to see my family. So I just basically walked away from that loft and got a foreclosure on it. So at the time, it sounded like a bad thing, but it ended up being one of the best things ever, because I had poor credit. And then I started looking around. This was back in 2008. And I came across Tiny House Blog, which was like the original sources for tiny houses. Kent Griswold's the owner, who later on became my mentor and helped me out and helped put me on the map a little bit. So shout out to Kent.
Yeah.
And so it really, every day I would go on the website and hit refresh. Because every day he would like take a tiny house and feature it, right? Which there really was no tiny houses in, just Tumbleweed was basically the only one. So he'd share little cabins and things like that. And I was like, cool, man. And I became so infatuated with it. And I was like, well, maybe I could pay cash or build one of these myself, because I had bad credit, right? And so later on, long story short, it's like, well, I can see there's going to be some big stuff going on here. So I ended up creating Tiny House Listings. And Kent featured that on the website. So then a few weeks later, I got featured on the Huffington Post and Fox News. And so I was like, wow, there could be something to this. And I started putting Google ad revenue on there, and I started making money from that. So I had another business, shut that down, and went full in on tiny houses. And so that later on became like the marketplace where tiny homes were being bought and sold. So to date, about 20,000 homes have been bought through that platform.
Wow.
So a lot, yeah. And so that's kind of how that whole thing started. And then
that was the whole I guess idea behind how you're going to get involved with tiny houses, was to be the marketplace for buying and selling of homes. That's kind of what you were seeing back then.
Yeah, because the company I had before, and when I was in the Air Force, I had a lot of web design background, and I was like, let's take this web design knowledge and my love for tiny houses and blend the two together. And this is kind of what happened. I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm perfectly suited for this, because I love DIY projects, I love off-grid stuff, all of these alternative things. And so I was like, wow, I feel like I'm made for this, and it really worked out. And so that's kind of how it all came to fruition.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. And we're in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yep.
And so how long have you been here in Wilmington with the company and yourself as well?
Since '08.
Okay.
Yeah, we were first, I came here in Wilmington, and then I started playing with Tiny House Listings in '09, and then I officially launched it in early 2010. So yeah, I've been here. And then in 2020 is when we really started building tiny homes. And because 10 years later, I'm like, well, I know enough about tiny homes and I know what the market wants. Let's just build some tiny houses that reflect what the market wants. And actually, the tiny house that we're sitting in is the result of over 200,000 people responding to. We sent out a huge email, and 200,000 people responded back, and we took all that data and combined it into what you see here.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk about the tiny houses.
Yep,
so,
sure.
so these are stick-built tiny homes.
Yep.
On wheels, obviously.
Yep.
Tandem axle trailer.
Yeah, it depends. So our 24 footers are tandem, 28 are 3, and then when you move up to 32, we put 4 axles on them.
And so what models do you sell here that you build?
Well, we have 2 that this is by far the most popular one. Our Model Tiny is currently in over 30 states, I believe. And we've sold almost 100 of these. And then we have another one called the Lad. We're on the fence about continuing to do that one because it's much smaller, and I'm not sure that's where the market is. So that one's called the Lad. It stands for Life After Death. So we're on the fence. And we just recently did a third one called the Overlook. And that one's really cool. It has a cantilevered loft where you can kind of go in and sleep and do your thing. But those are the only models we have for now. And we are, to make it a little bit more complex, we're about to start building a 32 by 10. So that's going to be ranging. It's going to be getting close to an actual park model size.
And all these homes are all one level living, right?
Yep.
And they've got full size kitchen. And we'll do a little tour here. We'll kind of go around and have Stephen kind of point out all the different features of this home because it's beautiful. You got 2 picture windows and mini split and all. So this tiny model.
Model Tiny.
And the sizes are
24, 28, and 32.
Okay. And prices start at?
So the 24 footer is going to be around like 62, and then it bumps up $6,000 per. So it goes to 68, then it'll be like 74 for a 32 footer.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. Great. Okay, so a lot of you are in the Facebook group, the Tiny Home, Sweet Home Alabama Facebook group, and I'd let people know that we're going to be coming here to do some questions with Stephen, and I have a list of questions here, about 6 questions here that I'm going to ask Stephen that have been submitted from viewers like yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Stephen here these questions.
Cool.
So the first question I've got here, Geneva asks, what are the variations of your company's in-house financing? So you have some financing options for people if they were to buy a home, they don't have to pay it all with cash. There's a few other options.
That's right. We work with a company called 20 Horse Mortgage, and they're the nation's largest park model and manufactured model financing company. So the longest loan that you can get is 23 years, and you don't even need a credit score. So if you're a first-time home buyer, you can actually do that. But if you have a credit history, they want to see 550 or above. Now, the better credit standing you have, the lower your interest rate, of course, and your debt-to-income ratio, all those things like that. But in my opinion, 21st Mortgage has the best terms for tiny house financing.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Great. And I'm sure there's links on the website as well for where your homes are, where they can get more information about that, inquire and all.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a direct link. So they click on that, 21st will know that they're financing through our company.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. And what about warranties? She's asking about the warranties on the home. How long are they? What's covered? And any deduction?
So we offer a 1-year manufacturer's warranty. And so anything that has to do with something that we did, if there's any issues, that's on us. And so we'll send someone out there, or if it's close enough, we'll go ourselves and fix it. Now, if it's, let's say, an appliance or a mini split, that warranty comes with the tiny house. It comes with the appliance. So if, let's say you had an issue with the mini split, you would reach out to the mini split manufacturer.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. And the next question here, she was asking about certifications, RVIA, NOAA, ANSI.
Yeah, so a lot of people think that when they hear NOAA that's the certification. That's not how it works. The certification is ANSI 119.5, which is a park model. And there's 2 main companies that certify a company like ours to park model. So there's NOAA and there's Pacific West Associates. Now, if it's with NOAA, that tends to be a smaller company who's not doing a lot of volume. We've kind of graduated from that. We love NOAA, but we've moved over to Pacific West Associates, and that allows us to be way more quicker with our builds, but also very, very thorough.
Mm-hmm. So when they buy their home, it's already gone through the certifications and it's been tested for the plumbing and electrical, and it's, I guess people are concerned about, safety and is it going to catch on fire, all those kinds of things. So
absolutely. Yeah, everything's been taken care of. We do multiple in-house tests, and they come in and make sure that everything's up to speed. We have to keep our documents ready. It comes with a metal seal that's actually nailed or screwed, depending on what you want, to the tiny house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And a good thing about, just touching on that real quick, a good thing about financing, of course, it makes it, certification allows it to be financed way easier. And then most communities, I'm not sure what you're up to in terms of, but most communities are requiring that a house be certified to go into a community because it's for your own protection and for the other residents' protection as well.
Yeah, right,
Definitely.
Exactly. Yeah, that's important. What about delivery companies? Do you deliver your homes, or do you just, how does delivery work?
So we typically do 250 miles within Wilmington, North Carolina. If it's any further than that, we have a handful of tiny house, shipping companies that would deliver. And what we do is we call all three of them. We work with three main ones and find out who has the best rates for that particular area, and we go with that one typically.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
Yep.
And they want to know, are there any discounts or promotional sales right now?
Now, if you buy cash, we will do a $1,500 discount because there is a lot of overhead for yourself and for us to do the paperwork or whatever. So it's a lot easier. So that's the main one. And we will, if you buy a tiny house that's in the inventory, we'll do a $2,500 discount just because it's already here, and we'd love to sell it to you.
Yeah, and I'll add the video, or I'll link to the website and all, so you can kind of see the different. There's 12 homes that are in inventory for sale currently right now, and they range from, I think, as small as like 14 foot. I think you have, right?
16 foot.
One 16-footer. Yep. And then some 24-footers and some of the bigger ones.
28. Yep.
I think it's like from between $30,000 and $60,000, so a pretty good price range.
30 and 65. Yeah, on the upper end. Yep. Yeah, definitely.
So quite a few options there. Like I said, the advantage, because you also will build custom homes.
Yeah.
So we'll tour this home, and if you like what you see here, but you want to make a little change here, you want to adjust something or add something to it, they can do that as well and do a fully custom home for you. It's just going to take.
So to break it out, the order of the trailer takes about 2 to 3 weeks, which is not bad, and then that build itself only takes 8 weeks.
Wow.
So you're like 10 to 11 weeks. Something
That's
like
not
bad. Not bad.
Okay.
And if you bought one in inventory, we can have it to you in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, really quickly. Quick turnaround time.
Cool. So I guess you have like a standard build, and you can add different things to it, like different amenities and things you can add to it, different features, or.
Yeah, just add some context to that. Like the one we're sitting in here, it has a double window on the back, has multiple picture windows, large ones. If you didn't want that, we could take those away and reduce the price. We could add things. The main thing that stays the same is the overall layout, because we have templates and stuff like that help us really keep the price down and make it quicker to get to. But if there's small things, like if you want a different color of the house, of course, we use Sherwin-Williams paint. Small things like that, we can definitely work with you on that for sure.
Because again, this floor plan was developed from the response of 200,000 people. So
That's right.
You've kind of already got a good place to start from. So you can modify a little bit, but it's already kind of what most people
Absolutely.
want, so.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, let's show them around a little bit.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, I would definitely encourage you in the comments. Let us know, and we'll reach out ourselves, or if you want to, whatever.
Yeah, perfect.
Sweet. Okay. All right.
So yeah, so we're in the 24-foot Model Tiny. Going to give you a quick little tour here. So we'll see
yeah, we decided, the funny thing is we called it the Model Tiny because if you're familiar with the Model T with Ford, they created an assembly line. That was the original idea. It's called the Model Tiny as a spin-off of that. So kind of funny.
Nice. That'll help me remember exactly how to say that properly.
A little bit of context, yeah.
So yeah, so we got the loft over here. You got the bathroom right here, living room, and kind of a bedroom area. And some of the differences you were saying with the 28-footer, you can actually add 4 feet to this home, and then that gives you the option of adding that interior wall. So you could literally have your own bedroom in the front as well, which also has storage and some different.
That's right. Yeah, it's a privacy wall basically, and it'll have a sliding barn door on it. So like, if you're a single occupant, not a big deal. You still might want to have that separation of space. But if you're a couple or whatever, it definitely comes in handy because then you have like your own space between the. Because again, this is an open floor concept and it's all one floor, one level. But yeah, that definitely makes it nice. And we're also going to start doing a privacy wall that is multifunctional. So not only does it add privacy, but it also will have storage built in.
Yeah.
So that'll give you even more storage space.
Which is key. I'm all about that. You know, in a tiny house, you can't have one thing do one thing. It has to do at least 2 or 3, right?
Dual purpose.
Yeah.
Always.
Or triple purpose.
Yes. Yeah. I have a tattoo on my arm that says do it. No, okay.
I'd like to see it.
So share this a little bit about. So you got the gooseneck sink right here in the kitchen with is this
quartz?
Quartz, yeah.
Quartz
very
countertop.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice countertop.
Yeah, and so we were doing a little bit smaller sinks. We decided to make it a little bit wider because it's much easier to wash your dishes and things like that. The 24-footer has a dual cooktop, two burner cooktop. If you want, we can add a hood vent here and vent that out if that's something that's important to you. Or if you like, you can just open the window and let the smells out. Now, when you upgrade to the 28 or 32-footer, it goes to an 8-foot versus a 6-foot. And that allows you to have a much larger cooktop, a 3-burner cooktop.
So I like the sink, and a lot of people don't maybe, I lived in a tiny house before, obviously, and I have a nice big sink, but if you can imagine, some of these tiny houses have these little tiny sinks.
Yeah.
It's like, it might be cute, it might look nice, but you can't even put a dish in there, let alone wash your dishes.
No.
So have a nice, fixture like this and have plenty of space, and not having the divider in there is nice too, where you can just throw your dishes in there. You can actually every dish will fit in here.
Yeah.
As opposed to having to stick out sideways or have to, get water and splash it. So it's nice to have a good sink like that.
Yeah, and if you look at a lot of people who have like the outdoor bar areas in their home, they'll have like a bar sink just to maybe like wash a glass or something. That people are literally putting that into the tiny house is what you're referring to. It's not functional.
Yeah, this feels like a proper home. I mean, you'd come in here, and you'd be able to wash your dishes and use a sink as you normally would in your kitchen, not have to, again, try to accommodate or try to improvise or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And you notice we put 2 GFI outlets here. For one, that's up to code. And then 2, a lot of people are going with air fryers and things like that on the cooktop, which makes it really nice because you don't have to have a full-on oven, right?
you can put it away too when you're not
Tuck it
using
away.
it, so keep that countertop space free.
Exactly.
Too, yeah.
Yep.
One other thing too, and we'll probably do a whole view of this, but there's so much light in this home, which I really like. I think that's part of the thing about a tiny house is you want that light out from outside in. It makes the space feel so much bigger, number one.
Yep.
But then also feels like you're kind of an extension of the outside. It completely changes space.
Yeah, and I don't even know the percentage, but looking into this, over 50% of the wall space is glass or windows. So yeah, just looking in. I mean, it's a sunny day here, but yeah, this is nice. And then also one thing I really like about this one, especially for your property, these huge windows right here. We can get to that in a little bit. It would be nice because you'd be able to see the lake from there.
Yeah, the picture windows are
Yeah, and when we get around, when we swing around, we'll touch to that.
definitely.
We have a loft above. Now, this is not an official loft, so because there's not an egress window up there, but you could absolutely fit someone up there, put a twin bed if that's something that you wanted. And if you elected to purchase one of these, we could outfit it with a ladder. A lot of people actually elect to do the retractable, like telescoping ladders, just because if they're only using it every now and then, you could put it there temporarily and then move it away and store it away when you're done with it. So
What's the size of that loft? Obviously about 7.5 feet wide by about the same.
we got Gabe behind the camera.
So that's 65 inches total.
Okay.
68 inches. So that's
Yep.
5'8".
5'8". Okay, good to know.
So you could lay it this way or either way.
Yeah, fit a queen size mattress up there if you needed to.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. And then let's see. I think that's just about. We have the hot water heater under here. If you wanted to do on-demand propane, we could do that for you as well. We can even upgrade to a gas cooktop if that's something you're interested in as well.
And so does the home? So it comes with the stovetop.
Yep.
Does it come with a fridge as well?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay.
And you can pick your color: white, black, or stainless steel.
Okay.
So-
And I think it looks like a 10.1 cubic foot.
Yep, apartment size. Yep.
Nice. Okay.
We got storage above. Storage in here. You can put all of your kitchen supplies. Plenty of
Nice.
storage in this one. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
You get the sliding barn door for the bathroom.
Yeah, it's got a soft close on it, so it won't rattle on you. You give it a little tension, and then when you slam it back, it'll catch for you.
Nice.
Boom.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So you want to move into the bathroom? I don't know if we can all fit in there. We could try.
Make it work.
Yeah, so our homes, we don't use the standard fiberglass insert. We use the PVC. We do that for multiple reasons. One is we think it looks just really good. And then also, if you look at most inserts, they pop out. They tend to pop out a little bit because they're hollow. That takes away from your space. So we really like these. And this is just an awesome product. I think it looks good. It looks like tile, regular tile. So, and another thing we do in ours is we have everything's vented out of here.
Oh.
Yeah, so you got to have that. And then if you feel like, if you want to swing over here, we have a humidistat. So what you can do is you can set the humidity level here. And when it reaches 60%, 70%, whatever you want, that fan will automatically kick in. And so just to keep it, nice and dry in here.
And then it turns off when it's reached the
Exactly.
level. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Which, of course, in a small space, that's one thing that I saw as well. And the material of the home also, being that you've got wood walls, it also helps it breathe a little more too.
Yeah.
Where other materials, it can really condensate and you can
Definitely.
start seeing it sweat and dripping down the walls. But yeah, in a small space, you definitely need to get that moist air out and just breathe.
Yeah.
Alone, you're getting so much condensation.
Cooking, shower, and then the mini split also has a dehumidifying function, so you
Yeah.
can do both of those at once, and that would really help. Or you can open a window.
Yeah.
Assuming it's not humid outside.
And then, of course, you got your toilet and
Flush
just a nice,
toilet.
nice vanity there with, again, quartz countertop, right?
Yeah, and this would be a non-issue for yours because you have sewer. But if someone wanted to compost, we also do an outlet down there too, because most of the Nature's Head takes power.
Yeah.
So a lot of people do that. So
And then behind the cameraman, we've got, which could be, if you didn't want a washer dryer, you've got a really nice closet area, basically. Or even with the washer dryer, still a nice shelves
Yeah.
closet area, you were saying?
well, most people do elect to do the all-in-one washer and dryer, and so that's lower. So that would go here, and then we'll put one or two large shelves up here, depending on what you want. You could put big things in there, like your blankets or towels or whatever it is you want to go in there as well. So definitely a fully functional bathroom.
And the height, you're a pretty tall guy. How tall is this? You're obviously still got plenty of headspace there.
Yeah, 6'7". I'm 6'4", and there's 3 inches above my head. So
Yeah, plenty of space.
I'd say 99% of people could fit in here.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
And then the money shot.
This is the money shot. Yeah. So again, this is the 24-foot model. So you have your couch area here, then you have your queen bed. This is a queen bed. If you go up to the 28-footer or 32-footer, it just literally keeps pushing out that way. Again, like I said, this one's a little bit too small to do a privacy wall, but with the 28 footer or 32 footer, you can absolutely add a privacy wall. So you have multiple zones, like I guess you could say, in the house. So.
And you'll also let people change the windows a little bit too, right? Because in 28 footer, you've got actually a double door.
That's right.
So you have a little bit less wall space right here.
Yep.
But then you've also got the windows a little bit different on that side too. So you can change the windows around a little bit if you like as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you want to buy one from inventory, we've already kind of done that, made those decisions for you. That's why we tend to do a little bit cheaper if you want to do a discount. But if you want to have, like I said, like Han said, if you want to add some windows or move some little things here, that's no problem.
Let's talk a little bit about the construction. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
So you got sort of 2x4 framed walls.
Yep.
You got 2x6s in the ceiling.
And in the joists as well.
And the walls are actually 1/2-inch plywood.
Cabinet grade plywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes it really nice. It actually adds rigidity to the house. It gives a little bit of structural integrity. I've seen some people use drywall. Not a terrible idea because it's more affordable, but that doesn't add any structural integrity to the house. Mm-hmm. And actually, in areas where there's a lot of humidity, you tend to get mold. You can't have that and stuff. So we love this material. We love the nickel gap look. It's kind of Scandinavian. I think it's a good reflection of 2024 at the times as far as aesthetics.
And of course, you want to hang something, it's really easy. All you need is one screw, and you basically put it anywhere.
Yeah, and then if you don't like the screw hole, you just putty it back, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And then you got these pine, 1x6 tongue and groove boards up here on top.
Yep. Those are locally milled here in North Carolina. We get those from a local manufacturer. And we think, we just develop those relationships with a lot of our suppliers. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, thank you.
You put any kind of poly on here or anything? Or
we keep it raw.
It's raw.
Yeah,
okay.
we keep it raw because, there's not going to be fingerprints or anything up there. So.
And if you wanted to, you could stain it then because it doesn't have any coating on it. So if you wanted to change the color for whatever.
Absolutely. Yeah, if that's something you wanted to do. And if you wanted us to do it, you could, of course, we could do that for you as well. So.
What about insulation? What kind of insulation do you use?
We use fiberglass bat.
Okay.
I know a lot of people use the spray foam. We have a lot of people who came to us who are chemically sensitive, and those things off gas like crazy. So we never really got into that. Plus, it creates production issues. It's just something that's not necessary in our opinion, so we don't do that. We like the fiberglass bat. It's awesome.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
We use very high quality LVP flooring. We don't skip on that. It has the rubber pad built in, and it's waterproof. It's not water resistant. It's not the thin stuff like what we've seen some people use. We use only the best because once that's in there, you want it to last for the life of the tiny house. So.
And it's going to get worn every single day. So.
Every single day, yeah.
So as far as the hookups are concerned, you've got 30 amp power, right? Yep. And then water is a 1/2-inch PEX?
Yeah, so this is a 50 amp.
This is a
50 amp, yeah. And we do everything underneath the house. Like instead of RVs, a lot of RV manufacturers do it on the side, but we do it underneath, kind of keep everything out of the way.
Okay.
Everything's 1/2-inch PEX. And we do, let's see, what else are we missing? That's basically it. What else you want to know?
I don't know. And a washer dryer would be set up for 110, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything's 110.
And the water heater, like I said, was a 13-gallon?
13-gallon, but we can easily do a 20-gallon if that's something you want as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that tucks up real nice there underneath the countertop there to maximize the storage space.
If you want, we could take a look at a couple things outside and show the materials there if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
So again, we're on the outside here, the 24-foot model tiny.
Yep.
Like the Model T,
you got it right.
Tiny.
You got it right, yep.
And tell us a little bit about the outside here. You got the LP siding on this one.
Yeah, so this one's clad in LP siding, board and batten style, for pretty much the whole exterior. Then on the front, we can take you over there real quick if you want to check it out.
Yeah, so look at that window, though.
Yeah.
Man, that is just, imagine looking at the lake right here, out your back window, overlooking the lake. I mean, that's just wonderful. Love those big windows.
Yeah, then we do black. So then on the roof, we do black metal standing seam roof. And then if you come around the front here, have two nice kind of Scandinavian modern style exterior lights. Got the full glass door. And then this is also we get from the local milling company. It's this locally milled cypress wood for an accent wall.
Now, this has been finished.
Yeah, this is finished. Yeah, we use a really high performing exterior polyurethane for this.
Okay.
So it performs against UV rays and also a lot of weather and stuff like that.
So hold up good in the forest too, then.
Yeah, hold up good in the forest. Yeah, and then we put a water spigot here. So if you have you want to water your plants or whatever, that helps for that as well.
Yeah. All right. And so
this model, you can see that the water sheds away from the roof with the.
Oh yeah, so if you look at the roof line up here as well. Sorry for the noise in the background. You can see we built the roof line to kind of shed water away from when you're entering the door.
Oh, nice.
And it's kind of hard to see from here. If we back up, you can tell there's multiple pitches going on, so it gives it a nicer aesthetic as well. So.
All right, and so you got the hitch is going to be on the bathroom side, so you can kind of back right into the lake, basically.
Yep, there you go. Okay, yeah, so we mount our 50 amp plug in here, water hose connection here, and then if you pan around real quick, Gabe, you can tell that's where your black water and gray water come out right there via that 3-inch PVC pipe. So that would just get pumped right into the sewer on site.
And it has a stop gate too, so you can actually turn it off and disconnect.
Absolutely.
Too, yeah.
Yep.
So so these are your inventory homes that you've got right here. And
Yep.
Just share with the viewers kind of which one is which and the size and the prices.
Absolutely, yes. Some of these are on their way out. Well, this one is on its way out today, so that one, don't worry about. Then there's a 28-foot model tiny in the back here, this burgundy. This one has more of the shed roof on it. You can squeeze through here. So this one has a shed roof on it. Same pretty much layout as the one you saw before, but it doesn't have the large picture windows. And just a quick thing, all of these are going to be on that link. So we have a dream list is what we call them on Tiny House Listings, and it shows our current inventory. So if you can get a hold of that link, it'll pretty much all of these will be on there. Then we have two 16-foot lads, which these are these are budget friendly. These are only $30,000.
Okay.
And they're fully functional. They're just much smaller.
They're 16.
They're 16 foot.
16 foot. Okay.
Yeah. And these are very, very basic homes, but also very affordable. So for what you get, it's not a bad deal.
Can we go in there? Just jump in there?
Yeah, for sure.
Show them the layout.
Yeah, definitely. This one clean? Yeah. Can you hop up this way? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is your 16-foot lad.
Yep.
And so it's similar construction. You got the same half-inch cabinet grade plywood on the walls.
Yep.
A slightly different ceiling.
Yeah, that's the same stuff as here, but it's just not painted. It's left raw. So that's the cabinet grade plywood up there as well.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So different than the other, different ceiling from the other home, but it's just basically the same material as the walls.
Exactly. Yeah. And full disclaimer, this one's mostly meant for single occupancy.
Yeah.
So it's pretty small. This one has a mini split. It's an open floor plan in the living room, very small, but you could put a twin bed in here. You could put a sitting area. You could put a little coffee table. Day bed if you want. Yeah, they could serve as a bed and a couch. Has a nice little kitchen area, L-shaped, a couple shelves, a little bit of storage so you can get get the job done. A little small dorm fridge would go underneath here. And this is the same LVP flooring that we used in the other home. Has a real small sink in it. Oh, sorry, Gabe. And then so the sink in this one is also, the only sink in this one is the one that's in the kitchen. So there's not one in the bathroom. So if you needed to walk 2 feet to wash your hands, that's what you could do. Let's see, it's got a flush toilet.
Compost ready.
Compost ready if you want. This one has the insert in it for the shower.
And this 16-foot lad is, what's the price at?
$30,000.
$30,000.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Then we have another one you can see through the window there, just like it, just a different color.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, and that'll be in the link as well.
So if someone wanted one of these inventory homes, they just wanted to change the color on the outside, how much would it cost for you to change the color for them?
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah, we'll do it for $1,000. Yep.
Pretty good deal. So, and this is your newest model.
Yep, the Overlook.
The Overlook, and it's a 20.
Yeah. This one's 20-foot floor plan and then a 4-foot bump out, cantilevered bump out.
Okay.
And this would probably work well for your community just because there's such a big view from here and also a nice big window up there in the loft. And we also put like a nice little party light under here. So that'll light, it turns different colors and you can kind of light up the whole space.
Oh, cool.
One thing would be really cool, we had an idea, is if you want to do like the hanging style, like pod, chairs or whatever, you could put one on each end and 2 people could hang out here.
Or even a porch swing.
Porch swing if you wanted. Yep.
So that's actually really cool. I hadn't thought about that before. But yeah, from the lake, you've got the view from the inside, and you've already got your covered little porch right here. Set some chairs on if you want, or get fancy and hang a porch swing from here, or one of those little chairs like you're saying. So that'd be really
and if it's a hot sunny day and if the sun's in the right position, you can sit down here for shade as well.
And turn the party light on, and everyone will know that you're throwing a party.
Crack a beer. If you want to move on to the inside, or I'll show you the front as well. This one's a little bit different. This is not cypress. This is pine German siding. It's cut German siding style. So we think it's a really cool look. It's got the black windows, LVP trim, full glass window. And this one is just like the other Model Tiny, has like a different roof pitch. So you have to kind of back up to see it because we're kind of in a tight space here. But if you guys want to walk inside, we'll check it out.
Yeah. So
this one has a galley style kitchen. And so it's the same quartz countertops that you saw before. 3-burner cooktop, lots of storage for all the kitchen cabinets. These are some really nice cabinets, actually. Very upgraded cabinets with the soft close. This one has the mini split in here, which is more than enough. These mini splits we use are rated for 450 square feet, so plenty of space. I mean, plenty of power. Down, yeah, oh yeah.
Good.
So down here, you put your washer and dryer here. Right now, we just have like a little thing in there, but yeah, there's the hookups down there for that. Water heater is under here.
No, it's in here.
Oh, oops, yeah. Water heater's in here. This
20,
one's
20 gallon.
and this one we actually cut out the bottom just to give it even more space. So you can put more shelving. So that was a big one for this size home. Nice deep sink here. Got a window over the sink so you can kind of look out if you're washing dishes. Plenty of prep space here. If this one actually has a total of 8 feet of kitchen countertop if you add the 4 and the 4.
Nice.
3-burner stove.
Yeah, 3-burner stove. Put all your cutlery in here. This one has a small toilet. If you're moving onto the bathroom, we did a really small toilet just because we thought it looked cool. And it has a wall-mounted vanity. And then in this one, we did the PVC, just a little bit different color.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And a little storage there on the side.
A little bit of built-in storage. Yep. So you could put your towels, your toothbrush, whatever it is you wanted to in there.
And this one comes with the fridge as well, right?
It does. Yep.
Right. Same 10.1 cubic foot.
10.1. Yep. And this one is staged just how we thought it'd look cool. But you could do it anyway. You could put a bed down here if you want. Bed over there. Couch. Totally up. Depends on what your specific needs are. But the one thing that's really cool, you could even put a desk here and look out. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you got big views here. And we just put like a little simple ladder there. We could build you one if you want. And when you're laying up there, fits a twin size bed. So if you wanted to put a bed down here and just have that serve as guests sleeping, you could.
Yeah.
There's lots of options.
Yeah, and actually you got plenty of space. You put the ladder right here on the wall, so I really have no space at all. You, like I said, a full desk across there, and then just have the ladder on the side there. And if that's 4 foot wide, so that's a full-size bed.
Twin.
Twin,
Yeah,
okay.
you could do a twin bed, yeah.
Twin.
Or you could cut, they have the ones you can cut to size, and it's a little bit wider than a twin bed, so you can go a bit wider. We did a wall mount right there to put your TV on, and you could actually put a TV here as well.
Very cool.
Yeah. So this one's really good. This is mostly for single occupancy. And what's up?
Shiplap walls.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so this has pine shiplap walls, and we have the cabinet grade plywood on the roof that, again, is the nickel gap kind of staggered look. So we think that looks really cool. And Gabe, if you don't mind stepping up, you can kind of give the people watching the video an idea of the different roof line here. Kind of give them an idea of the different roof line here.
Yeah. And all that recessed can lighting as well is real neat. Those LED lights up there.
Yeah.
Dimmer switches.
Yeah, we use dimmer switches here, so you can kind of, the power isn't on, but you literally take your finger and go up and down with it, and that'll adjust the outside light, which is here, and then it'll adjust the interior lights here.
And do all your bathrooms come with that humidistat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they
all
do.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, so this is a nice one for single occupancy, like very, very livable.
Yeah. Yeah, good sized kitchen, like you're saying. You've got both sides there, so you could be really entertaining pretty good here, too. And
Yep.
if we got a community function, you could be in here getting everything ready and party lights outside. I mean, this would be a nice little party place.
Plenty of light, too, so, yep.
So this is the workspace.
Yeah.
This is where dreams come true.
This is a one-off one that we're building, so, a little bit different. You want to check out the inside? This one's going to be a cool one, though. So here's another one we're building on. This is kind of a one-off. It's going to be a fifth wheel. So the bedroom is over the bed of the truck whenever you tow it. This one has real wood. It's not LVP wood, which depends on what your preference, what you like. Kitchen will go there. Bathroom here. Living space. There's going to be a wall-mounted fireplace here. Lots of huge windows. This one's really cool. And you got storage all across the top where your bathroom's going to be. So this one will be available in about, 3 weeks or so?
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
And then if you want, we can take your... Oh, yeah.
And this one's gonna have a suite shower. It's gonna be 60 by 30.
Okay. You want me to say that?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
suite shower.
This one's going to have like a 5-foot deep shower as well. So that'll be really cool if you or someone likes to spread out while you're taking a shower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you guys want, we'll take a look at this 28-footer real quick. That's,
yeah.
This one's real similar to the blue one we looked at. Never mind this, says we're under construction, but you can see there's a huge window here, huge window on this side, and this is again the locally milled cypress wood that we like. This one is a little bit different because it's got the double doors, and we also are using hardy board.
Okay.
Yep.
You get the party light on the outside here in front.
So never mind the mess. This one's definitely under construction still.
Oh, yeah.
The difference is we're trying to say in the recent video that this one you actually put a privacy wall here. And there's enough room where we can do a 16-inch. What were we saying, 16-inch, Gabe? Or
It's gonna be like 16 or 19.
yeah, so 16-inch wall here, and it'll be double purpose. It'll be dual purpose. That'll separate the living space from the sleeping space, but you can also put in your, clothes, and there'll be bins and things like that as well. So it'll be a storage wall.
Yeah, great. So you can see from the other, the 24-footer, you had 2 windows on this side.
Yep.
There's a single door.
Yep.
And so it's obviously stretched out a little more. You got an extra window in here as well. So
Yep.
it's a little less wall space right here. But again, if this were outside, which obviously the house will be, so much light coming in that it's going to really light the place up.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been in tiny homes before where there's not a lot of windows, and you feel like you're in a tunnel.
Yeah.
And so you definitely want to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so if you pan around real quick, you can see, I'll show you just one other difference. Instead, earlier in the video, we were saying that this is a 6-foot tiny house kitchen in the 24-footer. This goes all the way up to 8 feet. So with that, you're able to get a larger butcher block counter. So with that, you're able to get a larger cooktop, and we'll have storage shelves here as well. So there'll be not only just closed storage, there'll be open storage as well. Large. Yeah.
It's amazing this house is only 4 foot bigger. It feels so much bigger, just that extra 4 feet. You guys really utilize that space real well. So
Yeah, thank you.
It feels about 10 feet.
Yeah, it really does. And we're building the 32-footers as well. So that's going to feel massive.
Okay, so 32-footer, so that'll be, again, so 4 feet longer still.
Yep.
How will that, it'll just be basically longer walls, essentially, any more windows, add anything?
And what you can do is, hold on, Gabe's drifting.
And you said 32 footer, so I was in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so what'll happen is too, if you go 32 foot, you can even put the bed this way and have storage on each side.
Oh, yeah.
If that's something you wanted to do. So it just creates a lot more options. You can have a larger couch, more sitting area. So
And to go 4 feet more was $6,000, right?
yeah, so it goes 6,000 more from 24 to 28, and then from 28 to 32 is 6,000 more as well.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and then we expect those 32 footers to be ready in about 8 weeks from now. So.
And then otherwise, the bathroom is pretty much the same size.
Bathroom's going to be the same size. Yep.
This one does have a pocket door.
Oh yeah, on this one we're installing a pocket door, and
barn door.
yeah, versus the barn door, and the layout's pretty much the same as the one you saw before. So
Nice gray tile on this one.
yep.
How many different shades of color does that shower come in like that?
We have 4 different colors that we use.
Okay.
Yep. Cool.
This one's got a nice 90-inch pantry. Like that's a tall pantry.
And this right here, I was thinking this would be like, you could actually put like a little desk right here too.
Yep.
So just a little cubby or a little, mail center. I mean, something, a real nice little spot right here.
Absolutely.
Out of the main space here too. So
Yep. Definitely.
yeah, very cool.
So right now we're on our framing table. We lay everything out, and the way it works is all these get lined up. We build a wall, and then we have cranes up there, very simple cranes, and it lifts them up, and then we put it right onto the wall. And the way we build our homes is we build from the inside out. It makes it way better. The whole process is more efficient, and you're able to see what you're up to, and you're not stuck in the tiny house while you're building it. But yeah, we have a couple. Here's a 32 by 8 that we're building here. And so that'll be, again, like we were saying earlier in the video, that'll be the same as the 28 footer, just a little bit longer. And then we're building 32 by 10s here. Now this is going to be a completely new layout, and we can provide anyone who wants to see it a layout of what it looks like. But it will have a full bedroom in the front, loft above the living room here. But you can see that's much bigger home. That's basically a small apartment.
Yeah. Wow. What are the weights of these homes roughly?
So the 24 footer is around 11,000. And then when you go to the 28 footer, it goes up to 13,000. And then when you go up to the 32 footer, it goes to around 15,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Now these we haven't built any of these yet, so we're not quite sure what it'll be. But I'm estimating around 30 or 18,000.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and Steven, appreciate you.
Nice meeting you too.
All your house with us. Yeah, you too. First time, obviously, meeting you as well here, seeing your facility here. Very impressive. Really like the homes a lot.
Thank you.
And hopefully you'll be able to see kind of the difference of different homes that he has here to offer. Different options, again, from 24, 28, and 32 feet, and soon a 10-foot wide version as well.
That's right. Yep.
But these 12 homes that are here, you're seeing maybe 8 or 10 of these homes of the 12 he has available. You can get them right now. You can have them within a week. So you don't have to wait for them to be built. But if you do want some customizations, they can build that for you as well. Again, we're looking about 3 months, 10 12
roughly.
weeks, something like that.
Yep.
So in the description of this video, you'll find the link to find these 12 homes so you can actually view them and actually go through the purchasing process. So be sure to look through the description and find that link. And if you have any questions at all, be sure to put them in the comments below. Myself, Steven, or his team will be able to get those questions answered for you as well. Anything else you want to say, Steven? Final words?
Yeah, don't feel like intimidated by this whole process, because what you've put together and what I put together between the two, you'll be walked literally from the beginning all the way through the end, step by step. So the only thing you really have to do is determine which tiny house you want. I guess maybe pick out the spot that's available at your place.
Yeah, basically which phase you want. If you want a phase 2 lake lot, which is all we have available at the moment right now. But yeah, we'll be able to get you that going.
And it'll be a very simple process.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's it. That's all I have. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Again, thank you. And, yeah, go ahead and get one of these tiny homes here fast and, go Tiny Be Free.
Take care.
Leave your comments down below and be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on future updates from videos like this. Take care, Hans Schaff. Go Tiny, Be Free.